actually, what caught the interest of like with doing something with John Deere then? Like, how did that even?
Okay, so there was a couple of events that happened for this to happen. There was one guy, Ben from New South Wales, nice guy, mad dog. He one day we were chatting online on Twitter or something. We reached out and we talked about Green Star, which is the networking stuff, satellite stuff. And apparently, he mentioned to me some sort of thing about they were using HTTP 10 years ago as opposed to like HTTPS, and
lovely.
Thinking about farm data and not espionage, things like that. You can spy on data that comes out, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, look, considering the username and the password were in the, they were just doing basic auth, that doesn't surprise me at all.
It's going to be there for a while too, that repo, because if they get rid of that update repo, it's It's totally, if you think about it, if you think about this GPL stuff that we're talking about, right? Those packages are currently publicly available, right? So like, it's debatable whether they are violating it or not. Maybe they have to produce source and some of the code that they've got in those packages, but that's, I'm not the person that goes in and figures that out. But there's definitely they're publicly available, so it can easily be reverse engineered anyway. Any binaries, most of it's in plain text anyway. These are like shell scripts, Python scripts, things like that. Although they compile to Python, which you can easily decompile. Yeah.
Anyway, yes.
But yeah, I think that was one event, and the second event was a guy called Paul Roberts, who's a big right repair guy. From security, he runs Security Ledgers, like a blog. Paul Roberts. He also runs Secure Repairs, and he's on the repair board, I think, or something like that. But anyway, he one day reached out and just said, like, "Hey, dude, it's really weird. John Deere has no CVEs. What the hell?" I'm like, I took the bait, right? I took the bait, and I was like, I went and have a look at their website, and ended up finding that VIN number bug, trivial bugs, right? And then the rest is history, man. Next level, like. And I got the team, we're hacking it with a bunch of other guys. Yeah. And then eventually it did the John Deere thing. So it's been like 2.5 years, I think. I've seen John Deere kind of evolve. I know a lot about their company now, obviously. And I've been to I've been to Betterdorf, Iowa. I had a corn conference called CornCon. Like DEF CON, but CornCon. And yeah, CornCon was pretty funny. John Johnson runs that. John Johnson, funny guy. He's actually John Deere security team. Okay. So he was like, come and talk for us. I did talk there. John Deere was also there. There's two people at John Deere that I talk to a lot. I think it's John, Carl, Amelia, and I forgot the other guy's name, but he's Dave Bailey. That's all shit. I said last name. Dave's a mad dog. Shout out to Dave. He's on. They're really smart people at Deere. Yeah. G'day, Dave. But they watch all the stuff that I do as well, by the way. So they like the shout outs. They appreciate it. And they always DM me after, like, hey, thanks for the shout out, man. John Johnson's a nice guy too. They got a new business information security officer. Carl recently got what's the word for it? Promoted. So nice work, Carl. Congrats, mate. He's deputy CISO now. So, but these guys are pretty smart. I mean, they were helping me. I was like, I had a 1-to-1 with them. Like some of these bugs obviously have impacts on the real world. It's not all fun and games with Doom, but we both know this, right? It was fun for me, but for some farmers out there, they can obviously, maybe John Deere has other plans for some, it's a complicated industry with a lot of, I wouldn't say corruption, but it's a word that's similar to that. But it's not necessarily corrupt, but it's just more legacy business models, there's a lot of I'll scratch your back, or like, say if you have a tractor from one company and you go to get it repaired and they don't like you, they're gonna be like, go to the other dealership. There's a lot of that complex stuff. Because obviously it's male dominated and it's a very decision based, logical, not necessarily perfect, not logical like that. I mean, like they didactic. They'll say, if it's not exactly like it was last year, I'm not fucking touching it. Don't bring that stuff into my farm because it's going to screw up the farming season, right? And yeah, it's just the way the industry is. Like, I can't change it. It's just the way the industry was built. And it's a lot. If you zoom in on Google Maps, you'll see just literally farms everywhere. Like 20% of the US is farms. I believe more than that. I don't know. It's ridiculous. India's 50%. 50%, I believe. Agricultural land. Right. So if you piss them off, farmers, it ends in tears. Like